Welcome back to Novia's Eateries.
I'm Brian.
I'm Stephanie, and tonight we are in downtown Orlando.
Yes.
The Mills 50 district.
Yeah, we're just east of downtown, just north of Thornton Park. They have a lot of Asian restaurants here. They have a lot of Chinese, Vietnamese food.
Thai food.
Thai food. So if you're in the Orlando area, you're visiting, it's the place to come. You know, if you want to find some really good Asian food. But today we're eating at
King Bao.
King Bao.
We're gonna get some bao buns.
Yes.
They have some tots.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah, it looks wonderful. So come on inside.
All right, we have placed our order inside. It's very small inside.
Yes.
It looks like most people probably take their food to go. But we ordered 2 3 bao combos.
Yes.
And Brian got the curry chicken. So it's a fried chicken topped with curry sauce and scallions. He also got the glen rhee, which is marinated Korean short rib, Asian pear salsa, and cilantro. And he got the kickin chicken, which is kimchi fried chicken, cucumber, sriracha aioli, and scallions.
Yes.
And then I ordered also a 3 bao combo. I got the hogzilla, which is thick cut braised pork belly, pickled carrots and daikon, ground honey roasted peanuts, and cilantro. I got the Cuban, which is mojo pork topped with cilantro, lime aioli, and chicharron.
Yeah, fried pork skin.
And then also the hot chicken, which is gochujang fried chicken with hot pickles and scallions.
Sounds wonderful.
And we do have one of our little BSers with us,
Yes.
and he...
Mother's Day. Woohoo! Happy Mother's Day!
This will be aired 2 weeks later, but...
True. Hope you all had a wonderful Happy Mother's Day.
Yes. And so he got the Porky's tatchos, which are tater tots, braised pork, cheddar cheese sauce, sour cream, jalapeno, and scallions.
Yeah, and they have 2 dessert bao buns,
Which we'll probably get.
Interesting. So I don't know, maybe we'll try it. We'll see. I don't know how well you can see those, but they're pretty small. They're about $4 each, right around there.
Yeah, they're between like $3.50 and $4.20 or $4.50.
Yeah. So the toppings look wonderful. I think on 3 of these you'll be pretty full, maybe even 2. And then these are the tots. Oh my God, they're decked out. I mean, they look really good. It's your day. Why don't you go first?
I'll do the pork belly first.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, show the camera. You can see this nice thick layer of fat right here on the pork belly, and then it's all meaty from there. So it looks really good.
The pork belly's got like the saltiness of like, it's very tender, almost like it was stewed, and then maybe just slightly grilled or fried or something to give the crispiness. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
no, the flavor is very, very, very depth, like very deep flavor, and almost like a smoky barbecue flavor. It's really good. Oh my God.
It's a very thick slice of delicious bacon.
And the toppings just, I mean, they just add to it, but the meat is delicious. Like Stephanie said, it's like falls apart. What'd you think
nice
of the
and tender.
bao, the red part?
Honestly, I didn't really taste it. It has really no flavor if you've ever had bao buns. It's kind of just the vessel, kind of like a tortilla, but nice and soft. The next one is the Cuban.
Yeah, that looks good. I was going to order that. I didn't know Stephanie was going to. So I'm glad she got it.
Crema. Oops, I lost a piece of cilantro.
Yeah, and these are a little bit messy, so just let you know, like, don't pull it back and eat it. It'll probably get on your clothes.
The pork is nice and like nicely flavored. It's really tender. It's been stewed for a while, and the crema on top gives it just like that little bit of lime, I would say.
Yeah, like a tanginess.
Yeah, and then you know, it doesn't to me scream Cuban, but
yeah, I got a piece of the chicharron and it was nice and crispy and crunchy, and I would like it actually with a little bit more of the chicharron on top. But it's really good, like Stephanie said. The pork is stewed.
Yeah.
It falls apart. You know, it's shredded, but it falls apart in your mouth. And then I love that tanginess you get from the sour cream and the aioli.
Yeah, it's good. And just like I said, maybe if it had like pickle or maybe some sort of like mustard.
Yeah, I was thinking of put some of that sriracha on.
I have a feeling the next one's going to make our mouths burn anyway, so who needs that? My next one is the hot chicken.
Yeah, and show that one to the camera. Like, look at the piece of chicken you get in there. Like, it doesn't even fit in the bao bun, which is awesome. So, I'm excited to try it.
And very red.
Yeah. And, you know, we just did a Korean chicken, fried chicken recipe, so I'm interested to try it, you know, compared to mine since it's still fresh in my mind.
It's spicy, but it's not hot. I mean, it's not like mouth on fire. It's like I'd say like a mild to medium buffalo type sauce. Really good. Wasn't what I was expecting, but I was expecting a little more fire. But I think it's delicious. The chicken tender is nice and crisp and fried and huge.
The pickle tastes really good with it too. I did get a little bit of heat at the end. You get some at the beginning too, but it's Alaskan.
Yeah.
And I think they put sriracha on top of it as well. So it has the gochujang, I don't know how you say it, sauce with the sriracha. So it's really good. The chicken is nice and tender.
Yeah.
The glen rhee bao, which is the braised short rib. Is that what it was?
Marinated Korean short rib, Asian pear salsa, and cilantro.
That had me. That Asian pear salsa, I wanted to try it with the meat, of course. I like the cilantro and the freshness of the onions on top with the meat. The meat's really good. It's actually pretty thick inside and it's shredded. Surprisingly, I don't get a lot of the salsa, so I would like some more, maybe like a little bit of side to pour on top. But it's good.
I think the meat's a little dry, like maybe adding some sort of sauce, extra sauce, or like if there's like a dipping sauce for it, would be nice.
Yeah.
But Brian's right, like there wasn't a lot of the salsa on top. It's pretty much gone now, and it added like a nice sweetness. So that one's the katsu, I believe, the katsu curry.
Curry?
Yeah, chicken katsu curry.
That chicken is nice and crispy on the outside. It's so clean. It's not like greasy or anything like that. The fresh onions, green onions on top, and the what is it, chutney or
It's curry.
and what was it called? What was the curry sauce called?
It just says with curry sauce.
Really?
Curry sauce and scallions.
It's like
I would say it's a very typical curry sauce. It's not really my favorite, but the chicken is nice and crispy and tender, not dry. But the curry sauce is not my favorite.
yeah, it's actually my favorite right now.
Out of all of them?
Yeah, which is surprising because I like curry, but I'm not in love with curry. And through all my little adventures, I found that curry means really like gravy in India, and there's like hundreds of types of curry.
This one actually does look like a gravy.
And they don't all taste like what we know as curry here in the United States. But this does taste like that curry sauce from the United States.
Yeah.
So, but I love it. It's nice and fresh and simple ingredients, not too much.
This one is the kickin chicken, which is kimchi fried chicken.
So I don't really get the kimchi flavor. It just tastes like fried chicken. Does it say what the sauce is on there?
Cucumber, oh no, I'm sorry, sriracha aioli. The sauce is not very spicy. There's nothing really spicy, honestly, about it at all.
No kicking in the chicken.
No, the gochujang one, the hot chicken one, was much spicier than that. I mean, I got a lot of the cucumber taste in my bite. Kind of overwhelmed whatever flavor may be on the chicken.
I don't see kimchi on it, so yeah, it must be some sort of flavoring they use. Maybe they use the kimchi liquid to like brine it in. But
yeah, there's not any spice on the chicken. It's nicely fried though.
yeah, I like it.
Our little BSer is not really hungry, so we're gonna eat his tots, which have some pork cheese. We got the what you call it on the side, sour cream.
The tots, we showed you a picture of them. They got a lot of toppings, and our little BSer, he doesn't like too many toppings. He doesn't like too much sauce. He probably would have just been happy with the meat, the cheese, and the tater tot. But this got jalapenos, it's got green onions, it's got and that's about it.
Yeah.
Besides the beef and the pork and the cheese.
Yeah, and the pork I believe is the same that's in your pork bao bun.
Pretty good.
I like the tots. Very crispy.
Yeah, they're nice and crispy. Almost to that point where it's questionable if they're overcooked. but they're not. They're cooked perfect.
They're not.
They're not cooked perfect?
No, they're not overcooked. I mean, we like crispy.
Yeah, surprisingly, the jalapenos don't have a lot of heat to them. But I like it. You know, I have to go back and try each one. Start ranking them in my head. We're gonna take a few more bites, maybe take some notes, see what we like, and then
maybe order the dessert ones.
Huh?
Order the dessert ones.
Yeah, we could order the dessert ones.
So we got Brian's favorite, the Tarzan, because he's Tarzan. This is a fried bao with Nutella, bananas, and powdered sugar. I'll take a quick bite. It's really for our little BSer.
So, right now I'm doing some research on food folklore and myths. And so the part I'm reading about is May Day. And, you know, I don't know how many of you know this, our families practice this, but they had a maypole that they would tie like strings of garland and flowers, and you know, and they would dance around the pole, and it was all centered around celebrating spring. So I called my mom and I was like, you know, I think I remember you doing stuff for May Day, but I don't remember what you did. She's like, no, I didn't. She's like, but when I was little, we did do a maypole at school, and we also left baskets on our neighbor's doorstep. And I thought that was interesting because it was one of the rituals that, you know, that they don't really practice anymore. But I thought it was really interesting. And it all, the original celebration goes back, it probably goes back further, but the documented one is from Roman times. And they would celebrate spring and, you know, all the flowers and everything. And so there's celebrations all over the world. So I thought it was kind of cool. You know, I'm a geek. It's boring to a lot of people, I know, but interesting to me. So,
I was telling Brian, it's interesting, like how many things have evolved, because he was telling me some stories about different traditions about weddings that, you know, people would, your friends would come and plant a tree or something in your front yard or in your yard, probably in your front yard, and then like decorate your walkway with flowers and everything. I was like, you know, even just thinking about like more current times, we don't even really decorate people's cars anymore when they're taking off after their wedding.
Yeah, and growing up, it seemed like you always saw somebody driving with the cans behind the car, and, you know, just married, put on the back of the back window, and I don't see that very often anymore. Anyway, it's so interesting reading for me, so I'm enjoying it.
He's learning stuff to put into his blogs.
Yeah.
Make sure to check out the blog.
So what'd you think of the Tarzan?
It was actually really delicious. It's almost, with the fried bao bun, it almost makes it like a donut, and then it's got the powdered sugar with the Nutella and bananas. You can't go wrong with Nutella and bananas. It was a delicious treat. It was a little smaller than I was anticipating. Like, I feel like the regular bao buns were bigger than that, but maybe when you fry the bun shrinks.
Probably.
But it was delicious. All right, we have finished up inside at King Bao, and we're ready to give you our full review.
We're ready.
We took notes of what our favorites were in our rankings. So I'll go first. My favorite was the hot chicken, the one with the gochujang sauce. Then the hogzilla Cuban, the kickin chicken, the glen rhee, and the chicken curry was my least favorite. And really, I told Brian that the hot chicken had a lot of more flavor than some of the other ones, I would say. Like, it had that spice and then like a little bit of a sweetness from the sauce that was on the chicken. And then the chicken curry, I just didn't really like the curry sauce, so.
Yeah, and for me, I like the hogzilla. I think it had the most like authentic flavors to it. I thought it was really good. So if you're looking for something more authentic, I would go there. And then for some reason, I was in a like fried chicken mood, which is rare for me. Like, I do get them like occasionally, but they're rare. And so I actually liked the chicken curry. I thought the sauce was really good. The fry was really clean. It wasn't like greasy at all. And the chicken was nice and tender inside. So it was really kind of simple ingredients. And then I like the hot chicken next, the kickin chicken, the glen rhee, and the cuban. And I think that it's delicious. Like, for what we paid was like $36, I think. And then we got another $3 for the dessert one, the Tarzan. So, I mean, if you're looking for a place that you're not going to spend a ton of money and it's delicious, come here. We ended up eating the tots, but we weren't going to order them without, our little BSer. And, and so they were good too. They were really good. So I wasn't unimpressed with any of them.
And it's a nice, like, quick to eat place. Like, it's not, there's not like a sit down service. You order at the counter and then they bring it to you, to your table, and you put your tray up when you're done.
Yeah, there's probably 6 to 8 four tops, and then there's a couple bar seats. Like when I say a couple, there's probably like 10 or 12 or maybe a little bit more. There's one along the side wall, and then I think there's one at the cooking station, isn't there? Or no?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Watch the video.
Yeah.
But anyway, I highly recommend this place. I think it's really good. And this area, like I said before, it's known for Asian food.
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar with Orlando, head over here. Colonial 1792 is across the street. And a lot of these places, I've eaten at a lot of these places, and I haven't really been disappointed at most of them. So
yes, and where we're standing, I used to work right across the street at CVS. So in college, it's my old days.
And did you eat at places down here then?
I really didn't, because I was trying to save money. I was in a sorority. That's why I was working.
Yeah.
And so I needed the money for my sorority. But so remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, No BS Eateries. And we hope you have a fantastic week.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.